Synthesize on air on location at Snowglobe 2018. We are here with the very talented LP Giobbi.
Hello, thank you for having me.
Yes. So we have a lot to talk about. I mean, you have a lot of Bay Area connections. We were just talking about how we're based in the Bay and those kind of things. You went to UC Berkeley.
Yep, I love the Bay.
So what was the attraction of UC Berkeley to study music? Because out on the outside, that's not a school that people would think of. They would think Berkeley music,
totally
in Boston,
yeah,
right? UC
absolutely.
Berkeley, more technical, science, and those kind of things.
Totally. So, well, I was a music nerd in high school. I was in the band and the orchestra and played piano for the jazz choir, and that's all I did. That was my identity. So when I went to college, I thought I'm going to try out new things. I'm going to maybe spread my wings a little bit. And then I got there and I tried to figure out what my major was going to be. And my dad was like, just take all the classes that you love and then see what comes out of that. And that's your major. And then I just took music classes. So that's kind of how I ended up being a music major. But Myra Melford is one of the main jazz professors there. And she is phenomenal. And so just getting to be around her was such a treat that I just kept going.
I caught your set last night here at Snowglobe.
Oh, good. Thank you.
And I love how you start off with concerto.
Yeah, the Greek piano concerto.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then it's a very much like a journey because you start off, you're playing, you're getting the people warmed up, and then all of a sudden it just turns into a wild party. All the giraffes being thrown around, masks. You're jumping around, you're yelling at people.
I'm hitting him in the face with some bass. Yeah, I do. I want it to. That is my goal. Is always to take you on some sort of journey, whatever amount of time I have. Sometimes it has to be a short one, sometimes it's a long one. I got to play like a 4-hour warehouse set in LA recently, and that was such a fun journey because then I could really eat into every step of it. But I had a pretty good set length here, so it was a blast.
Yeah. How much time is spent crafting something like that? Because I feel like Snowglobe's a different vibe.
Yeah.
It's cold. It's New Year's Eve.
Totally.
Etc. And then you're jetting off to San Francisco or LA.
Mm-hmm. Totally. I think the time comes in not necessarily sitting down and thinking of the set or practicing or whatever, but I produce as well, so a lot of my time comes in deciding what kind of track I want to make and where that would fit in my set, and then the rest kind of fits in around my actual tracks. I try to make a track for every moment, and my manager is like, you need to be more focused in your music, but I think that is I think it's important to have a song for every experience,
Yeah. It's still very curious to me how you got into dance music and it's just random recruitment, basically. You didn't know anything about synthesizers or anything.
No, I was so I would play jazz gigs at night in a bar in San Francisco, just for fun. And a gentleman who works with Daft Punk was in the bar one night and heard me playing and was putting together an all-female electronic band in LA. And approached me, and I said, I don't even know how to turn on a synthesizer. I know nothing about this. And he's like, no, I want you to have the theory and the musicality first, and you'll learn everything else. And thank goodness I didn't know how hard it would be, or else I probably wouldn't have done it. Because there were years where I trapped myself in a garage, banging my head against the wall, learning sound design and DAW systems and how to really do it properly, and whoa, it was a journey. I mean, it's a lifelong one, but the first hurdle was just learning how to install Pro Tools correctly on my computer was a challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You did Femme House at August Hall recently. You're working with our good friend Sofi Tukker, your best friends, and Animal Talk, this amazing record label collective.
Yeah.
Just briefly,
yeah.
How did all of that start?
Well, you know what? It started here. So 2 years ago, I was here. I'm trying to, I think I just played did I play here at the actual festival? I can't remember. I was playing an after party at the Loft. And I had I think I DJ'd twice in my life before this point. It was I was more focused on the band and playing synths and whatever. And So I'm DJing and literally nobody is there, or so I thought. Nobody's on the dance floor, and except for my 65-year-old mother, who was only on the dance floor to feed me chicken nuggets because I was so hungry. And I remember thinking, what am I doing? And then I left, and Sofi Tukker messaged me, and they're like, we were backstage listening to your entire set. Would you want to go on tour with us? And Drinky had just come out. I was a massive fan. I thought that somebody was like f***ing with me. Sorry, can I say that? Sorry.
It's fine.
That somebody was kidding with me. And yeah, that's how my entire trajectory for my life completely changed.
Wow.
So I was like, I'm not actually really a DJ. I don't know if my skill set's quite there. I'm not. And Tucker was like, no, I think you got it. Let's do this. Like the thing about them is that they believe so hard that you have to believe too. It's like the most obviously they gave me notes and they've given me a stage and they've changed my life, but like I think the biggest thing that they've done is like believed in me so hard that I then believed in me so hard that I then showed up for myself in the ways I needed to, and I've seen them do that for people over and over.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's really special.
It's kind of what I expected to hear, because they are taking what the Knox did for them, right?
Totally.
And spreading that knowledge, that experience for art that they feel needs more exposure.
Totally.
Right? What is the vision for Animal Talk?
Great question. I think that it's we've just started it, and so as it grows and as we see kind of what catches on, I think that we're open to sort of bending and flexing to what that will solidify as, but at its core, and what will always remain, is that it's a collective of artists to support other artists. I think that there's like in our culture, we found that there's a fear of like that only one person can be on top, and so we sort of compete instead of uplift. And the concept is, the more light that is shining on you, the more light shines on all of us.
Awesome.
Stay tuned for that.
Awesome.
Cool.
Well, great to meet you.
Thank
Thanks
you.
For your time.
So nice to meet you. Thank you.
Awesome. It's LP Giobbi. We're at Snowglobe 2018. B-Sides on Air.